It did me.
Yes, hello and welcome to a beer and a bet and a pink hat. G'day, Beery.
Yeah, good morning, Gano. Yeah, got my
Nice
lucky
hat.
Pete Tyler hat on. Yeah, well, we need it. I need luck this weekend, so I've got my lucky hat on.
Is that a Temu special or is that a pro shop purchase?
No, it's a real one, and I've played to my handicap twice in it, so it's lucky it's not framed on the wall.
Handicap of 12?
12. Yeah, had 36 points on Wednesday, two wipes, two ones.
Yeah,
What about we're playing? I'll just Stableford two, but we always throw up the balls, two pairs in the group,
nothing worse.
four down, four to play. Me down with
Yeah,
Stephen Hill, who trains here at Kembla.
yeah.
Four down, four to play. Squared him up, but went the charge on the last.
Yes.
I've hit a 6 iron to about 8 foot. Had a shot on the hole, drained the putt for two or four. Did him in style, mate. Did him in style.
It's so good.
But
So
then
good.
my car was ready at the mechanics, and I had to go, so I couldn't drink their schooners, which
Who are the
was
victims?
sort of like winning. It's like winning without the prize money coming a fortnight later from Race New South Wales, but it still felt good to win.
Who did you towel up?
A couple of randos.
Yeah, good. Even better when you don't know them.
There is nothing more risky in life than not having a four.
Yeah,
You just don't know what you're going to get.
yeah.
And who plays golf on their own? If anyone listening to this podcast is one of those sickos that just puts a single down or squeezes into a group on a Saturday, it's like the kid in the playground just go and eat his lunch in the corner.
Hmm.
Bad luck. Don't go and try and rock the boat on that. Just leave him. But if you're one of those singles that just joins a foursome or slots into a group or just rocks up and tries to get a game,
Yeah.
virtual golf is for you. Stay off the course.
Whack. Shout out to all those one balls out there anyway, doing it tough. Trying to find a new friendship group, squeezing into new golf clubs. But I
You
agree with
know,
you.
I think there's an app for Gano where like
Is there?
yeah, like if you're new in town and something. No, I'm being serious.
No way. For golf.
Not like Grinder, like an actual app that for men that are lonely that want to play golf
Slicer.
with people. Slicer. You could be,
Yeah.
and if there's not, I've just invented something.
You've done well.
It's like that time when I thought that I invented Uber
Yeah.
because I used to go to the race at Mooney Valley on a Friday night and go to Goofy's Pizza,
This is good
and
beer.
because you could never get a cab, this is
Yeah.
pre-Uber, and I used to order two large pizzas delivered to my house and then get in with the driver and he'd
So
take me
good.
home. And then when
So
Uber
good.
came out, I pretty much was like that. I had it in my palm, in my
Yeah.
hands. I just did nothing with it.
So can we double click on this? And what else at the moment are you like? Are you dominating in life that you think is very good and no one knows about that we could potentially turn into a $50 billion business?
Um, well, I also had the idea about selling horses online, online horse auction before there was online horse auctions.
Okay.
And me and my friend wrote it down and we went and saw a lawyer and he told us it was going to be like $700,000 in legal things to set up and that. So we walked away.
And you went and
And
sold
now
that
it's
to
like the
Inglis.
now it's like the greatest thing ever. And I'm doing boxes on a Sunday morning thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Did
But
you
no,
did you sign a non-disclosure or did he just handball that to someone else?
no, he probably sold it to him. He's fully set up like the no,
So good.
typical
And the
beer.
pizza guy is a shareholder in Uber as well, believe it or not. So
Full of good ideas, never execute.
yeah.
A
Oh,
gunner.
we look forward to finding your next idea anyway and make us rich. And away we go. Speaking of good ideas, the Gong Day. Now, tickets aren't for sale. Just whoa up. But
Yep.
there's been some upgrades from last year's event, but the price stays the same. Huh.
Does it? I don't know. We haven't got to costing. Mate, I reckon we could double them and still sell it out, but we're not those sort of people. We're not like that.
We'll get to that
No, I
later.
spoke to the club. We're all systems go. We're
Yeah.
expanding. We're taking on the lawn area.
Hmm.
So we'll have about 250, but I don't reckon there will be a single person that went last year that doesn't go again, apart
Nah,
from
no.
George, because he went in a social capacity last year upstairs drinking cans. And this year he'll be out the back scraping them and walking them around,
Yeah.
running horses back and forth.
And in fairness, George wasn't really in a social capacity because he was in that quiet stage yet. He wasn't, he was sort of like mingling, but not.
Yeah, like when you start a new job at like 3 months out from the Christmas party and you're still worried about HR.
You can be real careful. Little did you know that HR is also payroll and everything else. So, um, yeah, wears a pink hat.
The MB stands for HR
Yeah.
as well.
Anyway, Steph at mitchbeerracing.com.au. I've had about 4 or 5 people inquire. I can't help
Yeah,
you. Message
get
Steph.
in early, start shooting Steph an email, and we'll put a bit of a list together because I don't know, they might not even go on sale this year.
Fair chance they won't. And make sure you get in now. If you want 3 or 4, just let us know. And away we go. Uh, Big day up at Scone tomorrow. Surprised you haven't left already. You like getting
Not
in
far
early.
away.
You'll be on the road soon. The Big M heads up there. Might even see a sunrise, depending on weather and scratchings and a whole range of things. Looking forward to the trip up there.
Yeah, yeah, great carnival. I'll tell you one thing about these carnivals. It just still boggles me that in 2025 they run all their bad races on one day and then have all their good races the next day. They protect tracks for like a month because it's their carnival, and then they put maidens and 58s and tear up the track and then run 5 listed races the next day. It doesn't make any sense to me. But
None whatsoever.
again, it's rained and they're racing there today, so we'll have to evaluate what the track's like and that tomorrow. Mammoth should love it. Sunrise is drawn wide, but she's got really good speed. But hopefully, the drier the better for her. And I Am Lethal's already been scratched, but yeah, that's my 2 bits for carnivals. Have you? The only one that gets it right is Gunda Guy.
Yes.
They have a great meeting on the Friday, and then they have a little sneaky Saturday meeting.
For the sickos,
But
just to hang around.
these 2 days run the worst first. They got to go.
Hmm. Even them out, you reckon? Just
Nah, just run all the good ones on run day and all the shit ones on the next day.
yeah.
And if it rains and they chop the track up and that, then who
So be
cares?
it.
I mean, look what they did at Mooney Valley. Wasn't that a
Hmm.
stinker?
Absolute stinker. How's the Big M going? Looked like he was flying.
It,
Came back good. Probably landed in front. Didn't want to be there, but got there by default. And I thought he was pretty good.
what about at Hawkesbury when they go past you and they're a stakes winner and then they go another 200 meters and they run fourth?
It's
That was so sickening.
it's
It
not.
was
It is
that
such a
place
hard
does you
place to watch
that place
races.
does you dirty so bad. It
Yeah,
does you so dirty
yeah,
because like he went past me on the bridle in
yeah.
a listed race and they're all chasing him. And you'd think within the next couple of 100 meters there'd be some form of winning post. And no, no.
Imagine,
I'm
imagine being
not
the,
I
imagine being the poor bloke's gone to races the first time, gone to collect your ticket at the booking. Your horse become fourth.
it's so hard to get your head around. But no, he was super first up. I
Yeah,
can't believe he led. I was sort of looking back in the field. I thought he might have stayed in the gates, and then I went back through the field and got up the front. I'm like, oh, there he is. They're already halfway around. But he's just feeling well. The old boy. He was great first up. He just blew out that little bit. Take good improvement from that. His feet are terrific. Something we've always struggled with, and yeah, I think he's gone great.
Sunrise. She's flying. Obviously, this is a lot harder now. Barrier's an absolute disaster. But I assume she's in pretty good order.
Oh mate, she's gone so well. Yeah, we just hope that track stays on the better side, and they've got the last of the rain. She's a fast horse. She's got a fast horse action. Rachel commented after her last start that that's probably as soft as she wanted it the other day. So you never know. That barrier might be not too bad after a day's racing if they start to really chop out the inside. But she's going good, but she's going to need a lot of luck.
One scratching from the race. Amelita's come out. Back marker. Setback. Replaced by
Yeah,
a horse
great.
that goes forward. Just another way to get beat. Plenty of ways to get beat, and we can find them. Kembla tomorrow
Geez,
looks good.
we've had a plethora of place. We're back on the placings train.
That's no good.
Well, they all
Podcast
started
usually turns
winning.
it around.
Yeah, they all started winning, and I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
They were winning without names there for a while, and
Mm,
then they just all start running second and third again.
yeah. The
I'll
gift
start taking it out on George, and then they win and rinse and repeat.
Poor old Georgie. Race 5 tomorrow, Kembla Grange, Los Padres, Flying Sultan, Apollo Mission. Talk me through them.
Yeah, they're all going to run. Mixed bag. Flying Sultan, he's had one start here, won by about 7 lengths. But I feel like tomorrow's D-Day for him. I think he'll either go one way or the other. Like he'll either run really well and be hard to beat, or it's probably the end of the road for him. His rating's getting up. He's got a big weight, so I'll wait and see with him. Los Padres is as honest as ever, and Apollo Mission way back down in grade and just flies at Kembla fresh. So yeah, really mixed bag. I think between those three, I'd be disappointed if one of them doesn't win. But it's just going to, you probably run that race 3 or 4 times tomorrow and get 3 or 4 different winners. I really don't think there's any standout.
Jeez, I thought they were a bit, I thought they were going to be a bit kinder on Flying Sultan. $5. Thought we might have got something with
Well, mate,
with a 2 and a 1 in front of it, and I was going to have a good bet, and they've opened up $5.
his first up run
Oh,
at Aubrey would have
yeah,
him $2 tomorrow. His win here would have him unbackable. But
dollar and one, but
yeah,
yeah.
we'll just sit and see. Obviously, there's a bit of rain forecast tonight as well, so that might change a few things.
Oh well, that's that race there. Strassman race 7. Considering sending him around.
Yeah, I think we'll just decide in the morning. Pretty stiff. The horse down the bottom looks like it's on a Queensland group path.
Schlag.
Yeah, it's just hit and miss maidens at Kembla. Like
Yeah,
they can come up so average sometimes. And, you know, Peter Snowden brought Beeban down here the other day just to sort of tick the box before it went to Queensland and it got
unbelievable.
beaten. Probably going to get a slot in an Everest 2 starts
Yeah.
later. So it's a mixed bag, Kembla, and I think we've struck a strong maiden, but maybe with a bit of rain tonight, a few of them will come out. So we'll just sit tight with him. But if he does run, he's a winning commodity at a good price. His run the other day, only beaten, point 4 was
Mm.
terrific.
He'll continue to improve, won't he? So I like him. I like him. If he doesn't win tomorrow, bumps into a couple of good ones, I think he'll be winning very soon. Race 8, the Mitch Beer Racing Benchmark 64. Quite apt, really.
Yeah, they said they don't run 58s. That's the lowest grade part. The maidens were taken, and that was the lowest grade they could award the
Mm.
stable.
Big Artie. Dry track, he wins.
Dry track, he wins.
Yeah. Wet track,
We
he
just have
probably
to
runs
wait.
last.
Mate, that horse is going so good. I've even nominated him for Sandown on Wednesday. If that's where we need to go,
Yeah.
then that's where we need to go. But I'd like to get no more rain and run him tomorrow because he's gone super.
Love it. Last race of the day comes up a soft 5.
But the flip side, if it
Yeah.
is soft,
Yes.
I'll still be betting in the race.
Oh, is it the moment, is it?
Yeah.
Nice trial carrying Angus.
I backed this horse the other day off a flop at Wagga. I backed him at Kembla and I tipped him. I was tipping him. He was 20s into $12.
Hmm.
Didn't jump. Just stood in the gates. I put a crossover noseband on him for the first time and he'd worked in it, track work, but obviously jumping out of barriers puts a different amount of pressure on them and he hated it. So I've taken that off and he went back to the trials and trialed very well. I've
Hmm.
taken the blinkers off, the crossover noseband off. He'd just be in behind the speed. If the rain comes tonight and Artful comes out and he runs, I'll be just taking my Artful money and putting it on him.
Hmm.
There you go.
Is he jumping?
Oh, well, someone
Just stirring you.
after he after he didn't jump,
This has cost me a few hundred,
someone's
I'm a
like,
bit
"Oh,
nervous.
oh, Chautauqua, Chautauqua."
Oh, of course. Who said
Oh,
that, George?
just nuffies.
Oh,
Chautauqua. Oh, there's Chautauqua. I'm like, more like shit Chautauqua. More like.
yes. Shout out to Tommy and his crew anyway. They'll be up and about. Hopefully gets the job done
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I tell
Looking
you what,
forward to
as a
watching it.
trainer,
Hmm.
there's just it's I guess it's like when your kids do something really shit at school and you got
Yeah.
to go to the principal's office.
Oof.
But when it's stayed in the gates, and everyone's like the race is over, you're standing in the mounting yard, and like the clerk of the course is like trotting your horse back to the gates, and the jockey's coming back in the steward's car, and then they're like, "Mr. Beer, can we see you in the rooms?" And you're going to be like, and I don't have kids, but I just
Yeah.
imagine like when your kids just do something really shit at school or sport or something, and you're just like, oh. And like when I was at the Tides, I'm like, yeah, just looking at him like, I'll speak to you when I get home.
Which line do you take with the stewards? Do you take the stewards approach and go, "Oh, he was a really naughty boy, disappointed," like, or like that's just not his nature. He's not. That's not him. Like, which line did you take?
Nah, I threw him under the bus.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I said, yeah, send this bastard back to the trials. Send him round.
Love it.
Nah, I mean, I'm all for that. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, people
Hose
do
them.
their money. Punters do their money, and if horses start developing that trait, it's hard enough to back winners. But when they've
Yeah.
got little traits like that, they don't get second chances. So he's been back through the barriers. He's jumped out and trialled, and I think any horse that does do that, definitely back to the trials and prove that they can. And if they do it again, then see you later. Too
Beautiful.
hard.
Beautiful. I think that's the way to do it. Hopefully we can get some back tomorrow, either with Artful or this is the moment. Mate, we've got a staking plan to get through. We've also got a sale coming up.
I well, I'm gonna have 50 on Artful Persuasion, and I'm gonna have on This Is the Moment,
Yep.
and I'm gonna have $25 each way on Monmouth.
Bold. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to take you to Doomben,
Ooh,
and
please do.
I'm gonna have a how much did you spend?
Hanji.
I'm gonna 50 on United States at $8.50. That's the horse I called you about when you're on the way to the Easter show to collect your ribbons.
I know, but I was busy.
And I'm gonna have, but it'll win the JJ Atkins. And then I'm gonna have 50 on Belle de Tel in the
Ooh,
last at around
okay.
550.
That is that the Oaks one?
Yeah. Over
How
racing
come I didn't?
Oaks over 24 back to
Yeah, it did. That was a
2000.
disaster. That was a
Half
disaster.
half to
Um,
very elegant. You heard of her?
no.
Wetter the better.
I'll tell you something else that the punter should do.
Yeah.
If you've got to spare 15 minutes, just go through, have a look at the Kembla trials
Hmm.
from Monday. Just go through, have a look at, I think we had 12 trial, and make of them what you will.
George
But
would have been busy
there's some, I was there too, mate.
signing autographs.
Um, uh, yeah, I think there's a nice mix. I think there's plenty to be found out of those trials. Plenty to be found.
We've got I wouldn't say a lot. We've got a good number of loyal listeners. If they don't have 15 minutes, can you just give us three names to go have a look for?
Absolute Fortune,
Yeah.
Rulerden,
Yeah.
and I thought a sneaky, very nice trial from Clever Art. I think she's going to be in it for a really good preparation. Probably not first up. Her form suggests that she takes a run to get going. We've only had her halfway through last preparation, but I think she's steaming.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Butterfly style.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was
You got
good.
little. You don't miss much, do you?
Don't miss anything. That was good.
No.
Clever Art is
Yeah.
going as good as she's ever gone. That was I really fell off my chair. I wasn't sure if you sat it up the wrong horse.
Clever Art.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gone, mate. It's gone so good.
Wow.
Snake Alley, but she is a Snake Alley Cup winner, time honoured.
Good
They
point you
don't
make.
give those races away.
It's a good point you make. You want to get involved in the next Mitch Beer Racing purchase? It's coming. Steph at
Yeah, we're
mitchbeerracing.com.au.
going to get another sunrise from the broodmare sales.
We're going to get another sunrise. And I have done all
I know. If
138
I get one more,
horses.
mate, if I get one more spreadsheet off you
I'm not giving it to
about
you,
brood,
and you're not getting a spreadsheet ever again because you don't. It gives you anxiety, you panic,
I hate it.
you over race. And we're just going to get there. I'm going to give you a bit of paper and some numbers and say on the day, and that's all we got to do.
That's fine because the planning thing freaks me out.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Hate planning.
We'll work on this. Enjoy your trip to Scone. Travel safe. Go to the Big M, and we'll be back month, a week,
See you, Ledge.
whenever. Bye for now. See ya.